interesting thing about Germany, why I made a curator's pick of the Hollywood Fringe Film. Community, heart, you're doing it.
I will push the sword into my own belly. I didn't quite understand what they meant by that. What was I doing symbolically? Why was I doing this? And then I started learning the system of the Archon. I had to go to this house when I came into the village to these women and pay homage when I come into that village anytime I showed up at a go-go. Because it was through the women that I was chosen to sit on that stool. The king of the Ashanti today is called the Asante Hene. He's one of the most powerful kings in Africa. But he's only the king because the queen mothers chose him to be the king. And that's the same in almost every African community. That woman chooses you. It's mama's baby, daddy's maybe. No king know whether that's his son or not. Africans are smart enough to know that from way back in the day. We know who this baby come from because he came through my bloodline. We know this is the royal house. So we will train multiples of them to take the stool when the time comes. And we will choose which one of the multiples is prepared to lead the people. That's not a male choice. They hand them to the male. The male put them through the ceremony and all of this. But it's the woman's choice. In Nigeria, if that queen mother in the Yoruba comes and rip her breast and show her breast in front of the king's palace because he has defiled the people, he done. He got to step down. Because that woman says, you out of line. You violated the fundamental essence of what this race is all about. Structurally, in Africa today, the women still run much of African nations. But we are under so much duress from the West. We're under so much military duress and people assassinating our leaders and poisoning us with the different chemicals and things and putting these false leaders over us who they finance and give all these guns to, that the imbalance is there. But we can bring it back. We have to act like we know our ancestors' way of doing things. You know, we have to understand that there is no woman's movement in the black community. There should never be. There's no man's movement in the black community. There should be the black family movement. That's the only movement. That is the movement that will bring us stability again and will put a foundation back under us again. That's what the story of Christ is about. Mother, father, and child. That's the symbol of God. Go back as far as you go. Go back to ancient Kemet, Asar, Aset, and Haru. The foundation is the Trinity. The family is the symbol of divinity, not the individual, not a male, not a female. There's no woman who's God or man who's God. That's silliness. The family symbolizes more than anything else in nature the divinity. Anybody in here was created by anything besides a vagina and a penis? Get real. You want to talk about the creator? Who is the creator? You say, well, God gave me the power to do that. Prove it. I know my passion and my love can give you the capacity to mate at that level and create. Every human being you know was created by human beings. So let's stop going to somebody's fake out. You want to look and treat God like God is God? Look in a mirror. There's nothing you know about God that didn't come from the mind of a man and a woman. Nothing. It's scary because it's so much more comfortable to give it away to some external esoteric essence that don't have to take responsibility for anything. Or you can take responsibility for yourself and everything about you. That's more African culture than anything else. Look at our languages capsulizing them. One thing about a language, the language is like a ship. It carries the cultures, the values, the interests, and the principle of a people in it. And so we must all do more to learn more about African languages.